Hi everyone. It's been asked that I do a step-by-step verbal tutorial on how to do a basic turban and some variations on that. I do have a video on how to do it with music playing. I call it a Regal wrap on my website, but there's some pointers I wanted to give verbally, which I can't give while having music playing. So for this turban or Regal wrap, you need a long scarf like I have here. You can use one of those pashminas, you can use a cotton scarf, whatever. Pashminas will be a bit thicker, so you'll have more volume. Cotton scarves might be a bit thinner, but whatever you choose. Just to let you know that if you have a wide scarf, like this one's pretty thin, but if you have a wide one, you might need to fold it like so to make it fit your head. Now when I say fit your head, I mean that when you put it on your head like this, the end, the length should hit kind of in the middle back of your neck. It shouldn't be all the way down your back. So this one does it perfectly. So first step, equal lengths. Second step, you have an option here. You can either crisscross, just easily crisscross. This is what I do because I'm prone to headaches and I don't like to tie many knots. Or you can tie a knot. Some people feel like this makes it more secure. Some people like having extra knots. I don't, just because I want to have as little knots as possible. Okay, let's undo this scarf. So I'm just going to crisscross. There we have the two ends. Now for basic turban, you take the first end, get it out to a nice length. Now this is my little trick. Take the first end and fold it around the back of your head. This is around, just over the bun part, the back. But bring it forward on this side so it's hanging. Leave that there. Now take the second end and fold that end around the top of your head. Mid-top, depending on where you want the volume to lie. Now you take this end and fold it back. So now you get a really pretty crisscross thing here, and you get more security. It's much less likely to fall off. I think it's basically impossible for it to fall off right now. So now you have two ends right here. Tie them, and there you go. You have a nice turban. But some ladies do not like to have the ends sticking out. So you can actually tuck the ends in here. So let me show you. Take this end, tuck it right in. And you'll have a lot, some scarves have fringe at the end, so you have to tuck that in too if you want. Some people leave it hanging down. Depends what you like. Then take the second end, do the same thing. Depending on how long the scarf is, this might actually add a lot of extra volume, so it's up to you. And there you have it. There's a nice basic turban. So I'm going to show you some variations. If you have a very colorful scarf, you don't need to do much more than this. So I'm going to tie this in a knot. And what I'm going to use is an Israeli scarf to kind of pump up the interest here. You can use a sash or any other scarf, whatever you want. I've taken my Israeli scarf and I folded it up into a sash. And I'm going to place it on my head like so and tie it at the back. Already looks pretty cool. Now, same thing. Take the ends, round back, take these ends. Make sure you got the Israeli scarf kind of peeking out the front there. I like to have a little less volume on my scarves, so I usually like to have my scarves lying flat on my head. But that is up to you. Then you take the Israeli scarves, and you can put those all over the place. Just tuck in the ends. I've seen people do this with 2 or 3 Israeli scarves, and it really looks cool. So tuck those in. And take your ends, tie it up, and there you have a lot of extra interest. So I'm going to take this whole thing off. A couple of you were asking about the last videos I made. One was about how people react to my covering my hair, and the other one was on mechtacha. And in it, I was wearing 2 striped scarves. And I basically did exactly the same thing that I just did now. So I'll show you quickly what I did. So I take my first striped scarf, tie it around. The second striped scarf is kind of black, and I don't like to have black near my face. I have a fair complexion, and my hair is not black, and I find it really washes me out. So then I take the black scarf, put that one on second. I'm really just doing this as quickly as possible, so it's not going to be very neat. Apologies for that. Okay. So some people like to tuck the front end depending on where they want to lie around their face. I don't. So, okay, so I don't like to have too much black, so I do the black ends first. And then take the blue one. Same thing with the other side. Take the blue one. And lastly, the black one. Around the back. Okay. So now you can gather these all up and tie them up. I haven't done this as neatly as I should have because it's really difficult to see when you're recording with your computer. But there you go. You're going to have some fringe hanging out. But that is how you do the style that I had there. And you can arrange the knot in a different way so it's hanging out like that. So, hope you enjoyed that. And let me know if you have any more questions about how to do the turban. Okay? And take care, everyone. Bye-bye.